welcome to the State of the Channel for February 27th. So, kicking things off, Wednesday's going to be the same as it was last week, and the next couple weeks going forward, it's going to be a Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop. Right now, based off the pace I'm kind of setting, I'm going to estimate it's probably going to take around 20 to 30 episodes, and I think as I get more stuff done, I'll kind of start accelerating that, because I actually have a lot of stuff planned. Friday is going to be a Dark Souls 2 stream. If you watched my stream last week, you'll know that there is an event going on from the Dark Souls 2 subreddit called Return to Ringlet, which is the land of Dark Souls. So in it, basically everyone takes these 2 weeks out of the year and they go back and specifically play Dark Souls 2. Because that's a game that its best features are centered around community. Stuff like invasions, PvP, summoning other people to help you with bosses. That's really central, so the goal of it is to get everyone in, playing at the same time, and having a blast. So I'll be continue doing that for at least next week. In other news, a big choice I made personally is I did a lot of time this week trying to go in and edit my D&D footage. And I want to talk about that because I don't plan on going forward with that. Originally, I had really wanted to put this out because it was my first big live action project. I put a lot of time into crafting this kind of unique experience for these guys, and I wanted to show it. But ultimately, I think I got what I wanted out of it is I'm a lot better at filming live action and having the right workflows and processes to make sure it looks good. But there was this inherent problem with D&D where all the early episodes were plagued by, oh, I didn't turn this camera on, or this mic wasn't plugged in, or for some reason, this is on one file type and this is on the other and you can't convert them for some reason. There's just a ton of really small issues that don't let me use the first footage. But then also, a big point of doing that whole campaign was we don't actually do campaigns that often in my D&D group because we all were out like away at college or just busy. So instead we do a bunch of one-shots, and I had one player in particular that he really wanted to finish a campaign. He wanted to feel the whole story arc. And also it was plagued by the fact that that same player had to leave for a job in which he was going to be gone for 6 months, and that had a hard stop date of essentially January 1st. In order to facilitate that, I essentially had to kind of railroad and accelerate the campaign, which I think really took away from what the point of D&D was. For the player group, it was still good because we got to see this whole story arc. They got to meet all these characters, they got to go to all these really cool locations. But as a DM and a person trying to film it, I felt that I couldn't do as much as I wanted. I couldn't really sit down and make a great world or these great encounters because ultimately they're going to breeze through it. What might take 2-3 nights to get through, I might essentially blow through in hour just so that they can get to this one place by this date. And ultimately, just those two factors combined, the fact that the first good half essentially wasn't in a state for me to actually edit, and then the second half is super accelerated, I feel that I'd much rather just kind of go over the footage internally and learn a lot about it for myself. What that means is I'm going to be freeing up a lot more time to actually work on other stuff on the channel, so I'll be doing a lot more of the Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop. I actually have an idea of what I want to do after the next series for the channel. Right now the goal is Dead Rising Chop Till You Drop, then Resident Evil 7, and then a game series that's really close to my heart and I think is not very well known anymore. But I really want to sit down and try to tell a story with it. Be like, this is what this game is why it came out, this is how it was received, and this is why I really want this to be something I can present as a channel. Like, this is a neat game. If you can't go play it for yourself, here's this. I'm going to give all the background, let you see like all the story, why things are written the way they are. It's super interesting, and I want that to be the first attempt. And then I might, in between there, I might throw in a couple one-offs just because I don't want this to be dominated by a Let's Play. This isn't a long-form Let's Play channel particularly, it's just more about individual games. So I don't want it to be dominated by these long, narrative-heavy games, and that's all I put out. Because while I enjoy that, right now with my current schedule, if I want to do something, say, Final Fantasy 15, I may really want that, and maybe it'd be really amazing, but it might take me months to put that much content out. So that's really not viable unless I start doing a second series, which is something I'm looking at in the future, is potentially once I can get ahead, having a video every Wednesday and then a different series every Friday. So tell me what you guys think, if you think I need to be putting in more content for the channel or if you think it's good so far. Either way, you can reach me over on Twitter if you ever have a question, a comment, or you just want to say, man, it'd be really cool if you played this game from my childhood. That's a great way to get hold of me. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys again next week.